Okay, so now we're going to talk about the company discovery session. This is not a short one. This is not like, oh, the company's name is blah. We already did that one. That was an easy one. Okay, this one's the big one. When I say company discovery, I mean it's time to do due diligence, right? Maybe not that far. In fact, let's not say due diligence because it's a completely different thing. But Moonshine Media is going to require all of the details of everything you do. You're either doing one of two things. Either you provide a product that people can consume, or you're providing a service that you need to consume for the client. We need all of the details. And I mean all of it. Let's start with the names and the descriptions of each service you provide, each product you provide. If you have a very complicated service, then break it down into really small parts. And I'll tell you why. If you cannot describe your services satisfactorily to Moonshine Media Group, then you can't describe it to anyone, and certainly not to your consumers. Moonshine Media has a special gift, however, and this is really, really special about them. They have the ability to take something really complex, really just completely hard to understand, and make it simple in a couple of sentences or less. And then suddenly people are like, oh, is that what that is? No kidding. So anyway, the point I'm making is this. When it comes to your product services, give them the product, give them the names, give them the descriptions, and then wait for Moonshine to really dig in. Because your product descriptions are not good enough. But you haven't seen my product descriptions. Yeah, they're not good enough. But we have really now, they're not good enough. They could always be better. There is no such thing as good enough. That's something that somebody made up because they got lazy, okay? Don't fall into that trap, and I'll tell you why. Every single product in the world can use more description. It could use a frequently asked questions. Well, frequently asked questions are fine. Those are easy to make because they're frequently asked. But what about the ones that aren't frequently asked? That's where Moonshine and that's where you come in to really dig deep. Really dig in there to see like what kind of, how do you even use your product? Are there multiple applications? This is really what we're going to get into here during the discovery session, and especially when it comes to your services. Oh, when it comes to your services, we're going to need to know more. We're going to need to know who it is that's going to be doing the servicing. For example, with Moonshine Media Group, it's not going to be me. I work for Search Titans. I'm the global digital marketing trainer. I just teach people how to do digital marketing, and then I tell you guys, hey, go see Moonshine. Ian Bly, he's the CEO, managing director of Moonshine Media Group. He'll be working really closely with you during this scope of work. Now that's a who and a what. There's also another guy named Nate and another guy named Bob, I'm sure. But either way, that's not important. What's important is who works for you, who does the services, and how do we best present those people to your customers, to your consumers, because they really need to know if it's a service. Anyway, moving on. We're also going to need any kind of images you have, any photography, graphics that were produced at some point. If you have animations, that's great. Can we also get the files that were used to make the animations? Maybe that's too much to ask. Yeah, maybe that's too much to ask. Whatever works, man. Whatever you got, we'll take. Because from there, we can start building our own work. But if we have some place to start, that's a really, really helpful thing for us. It saves us a lot of time. It gets us a better understanding of what you're into, of what you want, and of how we can proceed. SEO and SEM, search engine marketing and search engine optimization, in this particular scenario for company discovery is almost identical, because the only difference between SEO and SEM, you're still targeting the same keywords for the same purpose, targeting the same consumers, but with SEM, you're paying for each click. And for SEO, it's completely free. Well, completely free, not really, but it is earned media instead of paid media. Now, later on in the scope of work, SEO is going to become critical to Moonshine Media, because this is where we get to really push the videos in every way we want, and it's not going to cost any media budget whatsoever. That means that we're at Moonshine Media is always going to be focused on SEO first. because there's no limit to how much money Moonshine Media can make your company through SEO video, through SEO images, and through other rich media content that will be produced by Moonshine Media Group. But if they don't know that going in, they're not going to be able to do it. They're not even going to know that it exists. So that's really, really important that Moonshine Media gets a really clear list of your keyword strategy for SEO and all of the keywords that are long tail as well. Just go balls out on this one. Do not hold back when it comes to the keyword strategy for SEO and search engine marketing. Now, when it comes to search engine marketing, that's even more important that we focus on the keywords that are really expensive. Because if they're that expensive, that means they're probably that valuable. And if they're that valuable, we definitely need to invest in video for it. Okay, now how does that work? Well, we'll discuss that during the digital marketing training session. But right now, you need to make sure you get your SEM keyword list and your display advertising placement list. I hope you know what that is because you probably took my course. You didn't take my course yet? You don't know what placements are? What about topics? Have we talked about topics? You need to take my course. You know what? This isn't a sales pitch for me. This isn't about me. It's about you and it's about Moonshine Media. You need to get as much details as you can from your search engine marketing and your biddable media to Moonshine Media. They need to know now during the SOW, during the strategy, the media creative strategy, because you're going to be using the creatives they produce probably for the next 10 years. Why would you redo something that works really well in the first place? So do it well now, get it right, and I promise you're not going to regret it. Oh, and they're also going to need to know your current return on investment data, if you have any, on SEO and SEM, because that way they'll know what to improve upon. Because they're going to make you a lot more money than you're making right now. That's a fact. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video. All right, display advertising media plan, that's what we were talking about before. Placements is basically where do you put your media? Like which websites exactly? What page of which website? Do you know WebMD? You know, the medical healthcare website, webmd.com. Love that website. It's like the Wikipedia of sick people stuff. Anyway, are you going to be on that one? Because you can. Which page are you going to be on? That page? That specific page? That's called a placement. So if you give the placement details of all your media plan, which you should have learned from me in season 3 of my Search Titans course. Again, not selling my course. Yes, I am. Take my course. Anyway, let's go back to Moonshine Media. Focus. Okay, here we go. Right. So your display advertising media plan is critical to get that to Moonshine. Absolutely critical. If you're doing banner advertising, you are not getting a high click-through rate. There's just no way. You know why? Because consumers all over the world are plagued by a disease called banner blindness. Banner blindness is when you know the banner's there, and so on purpose, you look away. Why? Because you don't want to give them the satisfaction of looking at the stupid banner. That's called banner blindness. Pop-up blindness, all of these things. You know it's there, you know it's annoying, it's probably the same one you've seen a billion times, and it's invisible to you. Okay, there's only one way to defeat or combat the disease of banner blindness. That's with video and interactive rich media. If it's moving, you're going to do this. What? I want to look away, but I can't. I don't want to click on this, but I have to click on it. God, you got me! Damn it. Now I clicked on a banner. Shoot. And it's a really good website. Oh, man. Now I have to buy something. Well, okay, that's how you do this, right? That's what Moonshine Media does. They make it so you have to look at the banner. They make it so you have to click on it because it's so captivating, you know? If your advertising is captivating, then you've won because you've captivated a consumer. That's what captivating means, to capture and consume your food, which is your clients, right? That's what we do. We can't do that. Moonshine Media cannot do anything I just said unless they know what your display advertising strategy is. Which of the major platforms are you on? Are you on MSN? Did you take the homepage link? Do you even know how much that costs? I think it was, last time I checked, it was $250,000 a day for the homepage banner on MSN. It could be 2 million, I don't know. Things change, they go up and down. Anyway, if you're gonna have one banner, one placement on a really, really, really big website with hundreds of millions of visitors are gonna see that banner regardless of whether they want to, you're going to want to put your best foot forward, and you're not going to want to put your logo. Nobody wants to see your logo. Even if they did, they'd already know what it was, so why would they want to see it again? Don't put your logo ever on a banner. Put something captivating. Put something interesting. Put a beautiful woman and have her say, "Hi, would you click on this, please? Because I want you to buy my stuff." That's a start. At least it's better than a logo. Anyway, we're going to need all-time data analytics for your display campaigns. So assuming that you have done banner advertising, you're probably going to discover that you have a 0.1% click-through rate or less or something. Well, we need to know how much money you made from those banners so that we can improve upon those statistics. If you already have something great, we need to learn why so that we can improve on those statistics as well. We also need to know which banner sizes work best for you and why, which products work best, which landing pages work best, all of that stuff. Just give us all of your data analytics. If you've given us access to Google Analytics, you're probably halfway there. Display advertising requires media tracking or trafficking, banner tracking. That's a different conversation. You're probably not going to have the data we're looking for on Google Analytics. That would be more like DoubleClick or the display advertising section of Google AdWords. Or what is it called again now? Google Ads? Google Ads. Or the display section. Anyway, that's what we'll need if you've done any display advertising. If you haven't yet because it hasn't been profitable for you, I have great news. It's about to be, because Moonshine Media does excellent work. And it'll make it so instead of getting a 0.1% click-through rate, you could be looking as high as 1.2, maybe even 1.5% click-through rate from the banner to your landing page. Wouldn't that be great? That would be huge. You'd be getting 15 clicks for every CPM that you pay for. And I don't know if you know what a CPM is because you might not have taken my class yet, but a CPM is cost per 1,000 impressions. Usually you're paying $5 for 1,000 people to see your banner, whether they click on it or not. And if you have just 0.1% click-through rate, that means you're getting one click for $5. But if you have a 1.5% click-through rate, which is what Moonshine Media is excellent at doing, then you're going to be getting 15 clicks for $5. I have no idea how much money that is in real life. I mean, maybe 35 cents or something. It's a heck of a lot less than $5, though, I'll tell you that. So that's what this is all about. It's about increasing your return on investment and allowing you to do display advertising and other digital marketing techniques that otherwise you wouldn't be able to do because your banners just aren't good enough. Well, Moonshine will help you with that. Finally, the last thing we need is all company videos with any and all data analytics that you've ever had. That should be pretty easy. If you have a YouTube channel, we'll take that. If you have any videos that have been produced and never been published, we'll take that. Anything on your website, anything ever shot, any videos, we'll take them all. All right, that's it for this particular company discovery session. Once we have all that information, once Moonshine has all that data, they're going to be able to absorb it, find out where you've been, where you currently are, where you're obviously going, and then they'll be able to change your directory from where you're going to where you need to be.